gangbangers' lives are somewhat unmanageable because someone else is in control of it, mainly the chief. And they're powerless over a lot of situations because even those who may not want to be a part are threatened with bodily harm or things may happen to their family. So that step is ideal for them. The 12-step program, along with some other things, I think would be a perfect start for, like a gang detox. I think we would have to include some things because dealing with gangbangers is a little different than just dealing with an addiction. Because a lot of times there are some gangbangers who are not addicted to gangbanging. They were forced into a situation. But some of the things that we talked about as far as showing pictures of some of the victims, I think that would be a good part of a program because most guys who do drive-by shootings never see the aftermath. They never see what it looks like for somebody's brains to be splattered over a wall or the pavement. And I think that in a program like a gang detox, to be able to show those pictures may touch some
Where would we get those
individuals
pictures?
involved. Probably from the homicide units.
So that they take a picture after any crime,
Yeah, every crime.
They must be pretty explosive-looking pictures.
Yeah, and I think that would be a powerful input, as well as maybe to understand some of the grief of the family members who have lost loved ones in stray bullets and gang activity. I can't imagine, Corinne, in my wildest dreams what it would look like to see a 4-year-old girl with a shot in the head with a .45 or something, But those are some of the things that they need to be faced with. They need to be faced with exactly what it is they're part of, and I believe that would help some. Along with role models from the street, maybe people like myself or other guys who have been a part of gang activity for 15 or 20 years who can come and give their testimonies as to the detriments of gang banging. Here I am today, myself, facing a life sentence because the things that happened to me earlier in life during my gang activity and my addiction. So, it's not just what I'm faced with, what I did today. It's my prior record that's condemning me for the charges that I'm faced with today.
Yeah. So there's a big penalty. It's more than just power and wonderful, luxurious things, but there are very few old gangbangers, are there?
Well, there are a lot of them, Corinne, but they're where they need to be in prison.
Oh, they are? Okay.
There's a lot of gangbangers who are aging right behind the wall.
Yeah, what a shame.
It's sad, but the new guys need to know that, gang activity is somewhat like fishing. The fish never see the hook, only the worm. And that's what they dangle in front of the youth is the worm, and they show them money, they show them new outfits, they show them this and that, and that's kind of what get them caught. But then when they catch their first case and they look up and they're charged with a murder or attempted murder, then the hook begins to stick them, and sometimes it's too late.
Yeah. So there are a lot of gang members that come into Cook County Jail here. So would you even suggest that perhaps along the way that the administration would establish something like Gateway Foundation for people in gangs who might want the safety while they're in prison of learning about how they can get out of it?
Yeah, every institution, especially prison systems, they have what's called as a protective custody type of situation. You wouldn't necessarily need a protective custody situation here, but you would need a space where guys could do exactly like that, detox, to get away from the gang activities, to get a chance to have a clear head and to hear some powerful and positive suggestions that they're not getting on them decks over there. They need to get a chance to have some meetings and to hear some things and to come in contact with some things deep within them that they probably never faced in their entire life, Corinne. And you would need a private setting for that because...
I know as you walk in the door of Gateway Foundation in Cook County Jail, there's a big sign that says absolutely no gang activity permitted here.
Yeah, and they mean that.
So, and they mean it. So you'll be leaving us in Chicago probably and going down to one of the penitentiaries. What do you plan to do with the rest of your life? How do you face something like that, Michael? What are you going to do?
Well, Corinne, I'm optimistic about the future, first of all, but I just have to face it like the program suggests, one day at a time. I have a chance to take a look at my life at 38 years old. I've spent 25 years in the streets, and this is what it's gotten me. These are the rewards for all the things I've done.
And you were a very powerful, rich figure at one time.
Yeah.